everyone, welcome to the Crafty Goals collab with Amalia. This is my update video for the month of March. So every month at the end of the month on the following Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern, we do our update video to go through what we did, how we're doing, what worked, what didn't work, etc. So I did okay, but it was a struggle. I will admit it was a struggle this month, and there are a couple things I didn't do at all. And a lot of that had to do with this whole virus thing getting to me, my son being sick. He's just about better, I think, finally, after week 4 of missed work. And that's been on my mind a lot, and my daughter and my grandgirls, which I can't see, and you know, everybody's in the same mode, only with different people and different situations, and my mom's in a nursing home, you know, and so that has me worried, and people not taking this seriously has me worried, and all that kind of stuff. So my mental state was not really good in the month of March, and it got to the point where I didn't even want to come to the craft room. But I persevered as best I could, like at least 3 times. I knew I had to get collab videos done, and I did the projects like in the wee hours of the morning so I could get the video done and up on time, and I did. But I don't like being under that kind of pressure to get craft projects done, because then it's not really fun, right? Okay, so enough of that. So with that said, let's get through what I did and what I didn't do. Get all collab projects done and video up on time. See pink calendar. I put a check mark and put most. So this was a self-imposed craft with a kit. I wanted to do that. I didn't do that. The Great American Stash Bash tags, I did a day late. I did it on the 11th. I didn't even have it made for the 10th, but I wanted to do it. It was the tulip tag, which I've already sent to somewhere shortly after that. And my live was late. So this is around the time, probably like here or here. Yeah, probably around here. My son was sick, and we didn't know if he had COVID or not, because he was really sick. And anyway, so my heart wasn't in it, my head wasn't in it. I didn't feel like doing it. And the other thing is, I stopped the positivity videos through here. I'm going to try and pick them up again starting in April, and I'll try and come up with some things for March. I won't do it week by week, but I will at least do some positives, you know, hindsight's 2020. A couple of my videos went up later than I would have liked them to, like the monthly card collab. I did it, but it didn't go up till noon instead of 7. Now that, there's no set time for that, but I like to try and have it at 7, and I didn't get it up till noon, around noon. Craft our paper stash cards with Paige. I also like to get up around 7, and I didn't get it up till around 10 that day. But I got them up on that day. So I'm counting them. I did skip one live. I was going to try and do it, and I just could not bring myself to craft. I just couldn't. My mental crafting capacity just wasn't there. Use It Up 2020, I got it done on the 28th, but not till uploaded till about 3:30, and I like to have that done by 7 a.m. in the morning. And then I totally did not do the cards for the Great American Stash Bash on the 31st. I did manage to get New Project Same Paper up. That is one. I got up at like 3, maybe even 1:30 in the morning to get that video up, and got it up by 11 in the morning, after I crafted for several hours, and then you had to video and edit and you know, upload. And I did do a live that night. Only one card, but it was a fun fold card, and it took a good hour and a half roughly in the live. So that is my March. I did pretty good. Oh, actually I missed 2 lives apparently, the 3rd and the 24th. So yeah, bad month for me as far as crafting altogether. Okay, curb personal crafty spending. I did better. I put a check mark there because I had showed you that I had pre-orders up here and that this would have been like 162 something with pre-orders in February, where I erased them and only put what I paid, because I did pay for the rest of those pre-orders from Quality Crafts and I got them all. And I did a video with Happy Mail from Metal Scrap and Chick, as well as my 2 hauls, one from February and one from March from Quality Crafts. And also I showed the dye destash I had gotten from Poet Spice. So I did that all in one video. And so in March altogether I had spent $1.06 at Dollar Tree. Oh, the jewel border bling. I have that here somewhere to use with my 12 by 12, but anyway, that was one thing I had gotten very early in the month, and then the rest of it was just all the Quality Crafts hexagon pre-orders from Sizzix, House Mouse stamps, several of them, and 2 other stamps and miscellaneous stuff. So I spent $70.08. So I'm progressively doing better. I did $268.58, $136.48, and $70.08. Total quarter $475.14. Far too much still. Trying to aim for 0 in April. So far I'm there. I haven't spent anything on crafty stuff. I did have to order printer ink, but I'm not counting that as crafty stuff because I don't print paper. You know, I don't buy paper patterns, and because I have enough paper stash, I don't need to be buying other people's paper patterns right now. Sorry guys, but I just can't. Okay, so use up 3 12 by 12 paper pads. Slow start. I'm still working on that. I still have 30 out of 48 sheets left. Really going to try and push in April to at least knock half of that down or more, and maybe finish it in April, because if I don't, I will not get 3 12 by 12s done. Now that said, I did, and I forgot to put this in here, I did finish a collection. So I'm going to put a check mark, the Fine and Dandy that I did for the hashtag Use It Up. I did essentially finish that except for some scraps, which I saved, but I pretty much called that done. I do have this much in scraps left of it, so I'm going to count that. Not as a paper pad, but because it was only 12 sheets of paper plus stickers, but I finished it. Okay, use up 4 small paper pads. I had done 2 in January, but the next one I picked is that Tim Coffey K & Company one that had 97, not 96 sheets. I'm down to 59.5 sheets left. I did use 16.67 sheets in March, and I had used 17.33 plus 3.5 in February, so I'm getting there. I am also going to push in April to either finish that or be able to finish it in May. I'm not sure yet, so we'll see how April goes, because April's a little bit shorter month. Jewelry. I did make 2 pieces of jewelry. I still haven't entered, and I've taken pictures. I still haven't edited the pictures, put my watermark on, and gotten them up on Etsy, and I do need to do that also in April. But here's the thing. Here's how I'm feeling right now. Are people still buying stuff like that? Because to me, that's not a requirement to live. And right now, I kind of feel like people's priorities are food and shelter and utilities, and not crafty stuff. And to quite honestly, I'm kind of amazed and a little bit appalled that I'm seeing people out shopping at Dollar Tree, and not for food, but for crafty stuff. And I'm like, people, stay home. Now, I know some states don't have a stay-home order, but it's spreading, everybody. My little county has had 2 deaths. Well, 3, but one of the people that died in this county was from a different county and being treated here. But our number of cases in my little county goes up by about somewhere between 10 and 20 every single day. We are on the up curve, and many counties, areas, whatever you want to call them, within states are doing that. Now, I know I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator, and Stampin' Up is open because Utah is not in lockdown yet. But they are in social distancing mode, so they're having to change their practices, and some people are working from home. And some people that can't are on working different shifts and doing the 6 feet apart thing minimally. So I know some areas are not in lockdown, but still our priorities right now are food, shelter, and utilities, in my opinion. And yes, we need to keep our mental health good as well, and crafting is a big part of that for me. So I'm not saying don't buy anything online or, you know, through demonstrators or whatever, but don't be going out in the stores unless you absolutely need food, medicine, that kind of thing, you know. Okay, off my spiel. Sorry, I'm sorry, but I am caught up in this probably too much right now. And I pray for all the people working in medical. It might hit close to home for me because my mother's nursing home, one worker has been tested positive. She hasn't been to work for now probably 10 days. She won't be coming back there, at least not during this whole pandemic thing. But, you know, I can't be there for my mother. I can't go in there in lockdown. I hope nothing happens, but you don't know. My mother's 91 years old. Anyway, okay. So where was I? I got on that on jewelry. Sorry about that. Okay, 2 racks a month. I did not. I've been in touch with the person that I was supposed to send to for Star of the Art Bar and told her I would do my best to get something out to her in April, as well as the April Star of the Art Bars. But I have a problem with going out of the house to go to the post office to mail this stuff because I don't have I have a scale, but I don't trust it because I did it a couple times, and 1 or 2 of the times the postage was not enough per the scale. So I don't really trust to print my own labels, unfortunately. And unless I print, you know, figure out the amount and up it by some amount and pray that that would be the right amount. And I did not do what I wanted to do, which was at least 1 other random, and I feel really bad about that too. But so I'm behind on that. Use up 3 planner sticker books. I did use 7 sheets on March 2nd to do my planner. Haven't done April's yet, but I'm getting there. Use 15 non-planner sticker sheets. I did use 4 sheets in March. I used one for 10 on the 10th, which had to be a Christmas one. And I used one on March 27th was the stickier side of crafting, and that was the cherry blossoms and birds ones I made 4 cards with. I also used this one on 331. It was coffee and tea, as was this jot one. It doesn't say what it was, but it was coffee and tea related also. And then this one was the 10 on the 10th. It was Paper House, and I don't remember what they looked like, but I wrote it in here and I wrote it on here, so those were finished. And then I also, I don't know if I can count these as stickers, but I also did use up these. I had them in my stickers to use, but they actually were motherhood journal tags, and I used all of them up for that mom journal that was for the I Smash That Small Paper Pad. I did that journal for about mom and stuff, which I have here still. Use up 6 washi rolls. I did use 2 up. They were St. Patty's Day ones. One was green sparkle and one was shamrocks. These 2 here. So that was on the 17th. That was for pocket letters and memory dex card for a swap. Use up all store-bought card bases and envelopes. I did use 9 A2 in sheet load of cards on March 2nd. I did use 13 A7s for 10 on the 10th, Christmas cards. I used 6 cards and 2 envelopes for a card flip on March 25th. That was the mom thing, I believe. And then I used 4 cards, A7 cards, March 28th for the flip book from the Fine and Dandy paper pad. Haven't done any online card classes for Stampin' Up, nor worked towards them. Haven't pursued any more craft fairs because honestly I don't know if anybody's going to be having them or when, depending on this whole virus situation. And my April 18th one I registered for now got pushed to October 24th, so it will be a holiday one. I got a call on that and they asked if I wanted to push to then, and stay registered and do that one, and I said yes. Of course, all this is dependent on what happens in the world or economy. Failed on organizing completely. Didn't do any organizing in the craft area at all. I did organize one closet, which doesn't count. It was a personal kind of goal. I wanted to organize my linen closet, which is what I did because it's linen and first aid and all that stuff closet. It's a real regular closet, not a cabinet. And it was a mess. And what started it, I've had it on my personal list for a while, but what started it was I had bought a forehead thermometer to check Chris's temperature every day because it was a mess in the beginning of this illness. And but it was giving readings on my forehead of like 92 degrees, and then so we didn't even know if we should trust it on his, which was reading us like 99 point something every time, and one time over 100 that I remember. So anyway, I knew I had like a regular thermometer, a mercury thermometer, and also an under the tongue one. So went through the whole closet, organized all this stuff the first day, threw out some outdated stuff, put them into containers I'd actually bought for my craft room organization, but they worked for the closet, and found both of those other thermometers. And the one that's the most accurate is the good old-fashioned mercury one. Since we're adults, I'm okay with that, but I failed to organize in the craft area at all. Yeah. And I don't think April's going to be good that way either, because I really want to push to get some of these other things done that feel like I'm falling behind in. So those are my goals. Let's see if I had any other thing. Yeah, the online card classes, I don't know. And things, part of what's happening with that is I feel like as soon as I get an idea for one, things go on back order, and it makes it really hard to have people buy a class if they're not able to get the product. And things are going on back order or becoming unavailable, partly because of this coronavirus, because two manufacturers are in China where this virus has hit hard first, right? So they're starting to come back up to production, but right now there's a long list of things either on back order or whatever. So I'm postponing holding any card classes right now. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And I think that's about it, guys, on that. So yeah, I know that Amalia does a word each month, and I know February was luck, and I completely forget what March is, so I didn't really follow it. But let's see, the path ahead, oops, is I'm going to do my planner. Probably very next after this. I'm going to decorate it. I've already done 2 collabs, and this one will be 3 p.m. on Saturday. It will go up on time. So those are done, although lovely ladies, I was 2 hours behind where I like to be for that, and like everybody else posted at 7 a.m. Eastern, and mine was around 9, but it went up. These 2 are done. Now, I did sign up for another collab, which is a flower collab with Tina's Crafty Life, and we're going to be posting on the 9th, 23rd of April and the 7th and 21st of May. So stay tuned for that. And otherwise, I think everything is about the same. I have penciled in paper pumpkin alternatives because I don't know when I'll be getting that. The last day to order is on the 10th. They usually bill on the 11th, but since that's a Saturday, that might not happen till the 13th, which means I might not even get my kit till the 20th, because it's usually a week later, which is really late for me to do alternates, but I'll give it a try. I'll try and have all this other stuff down here done before then, but I'm going to really try and get everything done on time. And of course we have Easter for those that celebrate Easter and Good Friday. And I can't be with my grandgirls, but I need to get some things done, and maybe I can drop them off outside their door and wave to them or something. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway. Alright guys, go check out Amalia and all the other ladies in the collab. And I'm going to try and also pick up the positivity. I'll write that in here for Mondays and just make quick videos on Mondays for that, because I think we do need some positivity right now. Alright everyone, have a wonderful April, and we will see you on Saturday, May 2nd, to report how we did in April. Alright, take care everyone, be safe, and hugs, love, and peace to everyone.